Hey everybody, what is up? It has been a while since I have posted a video and I am so sorry. Part of the problem is I couldn't get my video to record more than like 35 seconds. Don't know what's going on. All of a sudden it just started working again, so I'm back. But I missed recording all of last week's recipes, so I'll be sure to make those again so you guys can see them and hopefully try them out. Anyway, tonight we are doing an apple and Gouda stuffed chicken breast with a smoky sweet potato and Brussels sprouts. And this is like all on one pan. It's just a one sheet pan meal, which I love doing because everything gets cooked together, less dishes, it's all in there at the same time. Wonderful. So I've prepped like everything so I can kind of show you guys how we're going to put this stuff together. I had 1.5 chicken breasts that I had split up from before, and it's probably about 1 pound to 1.5 pounds of chicken total. One of them was like really big. So I've butterflied them, meaning if your chicken breast is like this, you cut it in half. So you open it up kind of like a book or a sandwich. And then I pounded it slightly just to even it all out. Because, like part of the chicken breast is usually thicker than the other. So to make sure that it cooks evenly, I just pounded it slightly to make sure that it's nice and flat and uniform throughout. So to do that, you just put it between 2 pieces of plastic wrap and use your meat hammer and just tap it until it's nice and even. So I'm going to pull off the top layer of plastic wrap and I'm going to get my chicken onto my pan and start assembling it. All it is just sheet pan covered in parchment paper, super easy. So I'm going to take one of my chicken breasts and just lay it kind of in the center. And then we're going to top this with this is the half, so this one's a lot smaller. So just a few slices of apple, and I've thinly sliced them. They're pretty thin. And this is just a Honeycrisp apple. You can use whatever kind you like, but this is the kind we like. So that's what I'm using. And I'm just going to layer the slices of apple inside of the chicken so cover it completely. And then I've sliced up some Gouda, and I'm just going to lay that in there also right on top of that apple. And I bought about just under 1/2 pound of it, but I don't think I'm even going to use like anywhere near that. So, you can use it for other stuff. You can put it on your Brussels sprouts, whatever you want. That one didn't fit, so there we go. So that one, then just fold the piece of chicken back over. So now I'm going to do my bigger one. This one was a full chicken breast, so I'm just going to move that over there. Slide this guy down a little bit because we're going to get our Brussels sprouts and sweet potatoes all in this pan also, which is awesome. So we're going to throw these apples on here. And again, this one's a little bigger. So these apple slices, probably use the rest of this one. This is a 1/2 an apple that I've cut up to put on here, and I will use the entire thing. Again, I used quite a bit of Gouda, or I bought a decent amount of Gouda, and I will not use all of that. So there we go. Pop that in there, and then I'm going to quick wash my hands so I can save the rest of that cheese. And I don't want to get any chicken on it. That is this out of the way. Delicious. And you can buy smoked Gouda too if you want. I just bought regular. If you buy the smoked, that will pair nicely with the Brussels sprouts and the sweet potatoes, which I will get into in a minute. Oh, before I fold that over, I wanted to sprinkle a little bit of fresh thyme on the top of this one in the middle. So we put a little bit of fresh thyme in there, and we're going to put a little bit in here, probably about 1/2 teaspoon to 1 teaspoon per chicken breast, depending on, again, how big your chicken breasts are. And then we're going to fold the top back over. That one got a little thin in one spot. And now I'm going to wash my hands again real quick. And then we are going to put a sprig of thyme on top of each of these chicken breasts if you want. First, we're going to drizzle it with some salt and pepper, or some olive oil, and then salt and pepper. You don't have to put any more thyme on the top. You can if you want to. I like it to be herbful, so I will put another sprig on top. And you just salt and pepper it generously, since we're only salting one side and peppering. And then you throw your piece of thyme on top. These are tiny, so I'm just going to throw a couple of little ones on there. And then so I'll show you the sweet potatoes then, and the Brussels sprouts. So I had 2 small to medium sweet potatoes that I diced up fairly small. You can peel them if you want. I generally leave the skin on. We like it, so I leave it on. And about 1.5 pounds of Brussels sprouts. It's a lot for 4 people, but there probably will be leftover Brussels sprouts. The boys aren't a huge fan of them, but we like them, and I like to go veggie heavy. And that was also before I trimmed them. So after trimming, it was probably close to about 1 pound of Brussels sprouts. So what I did, I put them all in this bowl. I drizzled them with about 2 tablespoons of olive oil and sprinkled them with 2 teaspoons of fresh thyme leaves, salt and pepper, and about a teaspoon of smoked paprika. And then just mix it all together. And now we're just going to spread that around the chicken breasts on the same pan, which, well, look at that. The stupid video cut off again as I was pouring the veggies on. So they're all on, and this is what it looks like. Chicken in the middle, veggies around it. Oven is at 425. I am going to pop this in there now for about 15 to 20 minutes, and then depending on how soft they are. So that's going to bake. I'll be back when it's done and show you the finished product.